made for this, I could tell when mama had me. I hopped right off the table, told my doctor I ain't average. He asked me, what does that mean? I told him, get the pen and pad, please. Who'da known I'd write something that could change life.
Alright, this is GSU weather with your 1 p.m. update for Thursday, September 7th on Hurricane Irma. The current location is 20.4 degrees north, 69.7 degrees west. The present movement is west-northwest at 16 miles per hour. The minimum central pressure is 921 millibars, and the maximum sustained winds is at 175 miles per hour. This is a strong Category 5 hurricane. All right, let's get into it. This is the satellite imagery right here. As you see, last night it went just north of Puerto Rico, and currently it's just north of the Dominican Republic and Haiti. It is dumping copious amounts of rain in the Dominican Republic. I'm getting reports of major flooding there. All right, let's go to the 5-day forecast. This is the cone right here from the National Hurricane Center. And I call it the cone of uncertainty because anywhere in that cone could have a direct impact from Irma. But we'll just kind of stay with how the line's set up. Right now, as you see, a lot of the Florida Peninsula, southern Florida Peninsula, is under a hurricane watch right now, and this is new. Most of the Bahamas is under a hurricane warning. And as you see, sometime early Saturday, it's projected to make its infamous turn north. And that's crucial though. Like, where does it turn north? When? At what angle? All this matters, especially for southern Florida and for southeast Georgia, majority of my listening audience, because that could change, greatly. All right, I'm gonna get into the PowerPoint presentation right here. All right, this is the new PowerPoint presentation from our local NOAA office in Charleston, South Carolina. This is the official source that I look at, that we all should look at. All right, let's get into it. Just kind of a lot of what I talked about yesterday is just, kind of increasing the chances. The wind, there's potential for destruction, life-threatening winds and wind damage. Storm surge, there's potential for major to extreme inundation. Flooding rains, there's potential for significant amounts of rainfall that could lead to flash flooding. Tornado, there's potential for elevated threats from tornadoes. Marine, there's potential for very dangerous to extreme conditions. Beach and surf, life-threatening surf conditions possible. And you see on the right-hand side of the timing of this, and the middle right there is the location. And now here's the summary of potential threats: wind extreme, storm surge extreme, rainfall significant, tornadoes elevated, marine extreme. And all this is, as it says, is very dependent on the track of Irma, because there's still that chance that us in southeast Georgia just have some rain from this system. That's becoming less and less likely as more of a direct impact is becoming more likely, but the chances are still there. All right, don't really care about that. Actually, we'll go anyway. It's a dangerous Category 5 hurricane, likely to remain a Cat 4 or 5 next few days. It is still too early for exact impacts for southeast U.S., but possibly of a major to extreme impacts increasing. Pretty much what I just said. We've already looked at the storm track and how it's critical when it turns north. Don't care about that. All right, here they changed up the scenarios as they eliminated some and added new ones. All right, and they put off to the side of which one, the percentage chance of which one is happening. We see one other than marine area little impacts. That's the green arrow. That's out to sea. 2, where it goes on the west side of Florida, more of a tornado and heavy rain threat. That's also at a 10% chance. The third one is the yellow one. Hurricane threat of tornado, heavy rain, some surge and inundation at 30%. And number 4, the worst case scenario for the southeast, is at 50% chance. Major impacts possible from wind, surge, and inundation. This would be kind of a direct impact near the Savannah area. That's the event summaries. Pretty much, we went over everything. And the next briefing, It says 11:30, but I wouldn't be surprised if we had another one tonight. But let's move on to some models. This is the GFS model, just came in. Before I get into these models, like I say every time, these models are for guidance. They are not forecast. This is not exactly what's going to happen. It's just guidance that forecasters use along with their experience to make try to make an accurate forecast. But as we see, the GFS, it still want to turn this thing northward around Miami and bring it in to the Savannah Hilton Head area. But this is still 4 days out, and it could greatly change anywhere about 150 miles east or west. But what I'm trying to say here is the center doesn't have to directly impact your area for you to feel extreme impacts from this storm. The wind will be very vast, and the rain and storm surge will be very vast, especially for the coastal areas. The European model is in much agreement with the GFS right now, which is troubling, but they're just models. Here's most of the hurricane models. The person who puts this up had problems with people using this as forecast, which I tell y'all not to do. This is just guidance. Do not use this map to make decisions. Seek official info. Like I said, when it says seek official info, this would be our official info right here. The National Weather Service at Charleston, South Carolina. That is for our area. As you can see in the map on the right hand of the screen, Bullock County is in that area. This is our official page that we need to go look at. This is who we come to for official information. But go back to the guidance right here. As you see, it still is like it is yesterday. We need to wait another 48, 54 hours to wait for it to turn northward to see what we're dealing with in terms of what the significant impacts are. Georgia Southern has closed its campuses starting tomorrow through Tuesday, and we'll monitor the weather and the impacts thereafter to see if the closing of campus needs to continue, or if we'll start back classes on Wednesday. So that's pretty much all I have right now. Now that classes are canceled for the Georgia Southern students, prepare. And if you're planning to go home, go ahead and go home. If you're thinking about going home, go ahead and go home. If you have nowhere to go and you're stuck in Statesboro, just prepare. Have things for if the power goes out, food for if the power goes out, not just for a couple hours, but if the power goes out for a couple days. Have stuff for that. But I will be releasing another video update later tonight after some more things come in. But this is GSU Weather signing out.
All I see is green lights, green lights, green lights. All I see is green lights, green lights, green lights. All I spit is real life.